Earlier this week, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable were announced to be coming to all modern consoles, so what better way to celebrate than by making some Persona-themed Legos? First off, we have Morgana, the famous mascot character from Persona 5. Originally, when thinking of making Morgana, I gravitated towards making them minifigure scale, but I didn't because of his proportions. He's a tiny cat with a huge head, so trying to make him be scaled to a regular minifigure didn't seem impossible, but not really much fun either. So I decided to think backwards with designing him. What if I used a minifigure torso and made a Morgana scale to that? Morgana's got the little hands to wield slingshots and big swords, so it seemed like a good idea to design the rest of his body around a minifigure torso. Luckily, his hind legs are small and he wouldn't need regular minifig legs, so I just went with the studs to keep his height in check too. I really wanted to make him as detailed as possible, so the bar piece along with the white hand worked great for his tail. As for the torso itself, I made a super easy decal to put on, but you could easily just use a plain black torso and have a similar effect. Morgana's head was a bit tricky to design, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out overall. His expression is close to his official art, and the square head and eyes really make him look super chibi, which I think is great. While not a traditional minifig, I think the scale is accurate, which I'm proud of since he has such a big head and eyes. The blue and white 1x1 pieces and the red mouthpiece can all be swapped out to create different expressions too. So if other people take this design and come up with different expressions or even a more effective head design, I'd love to see it. I think I'd have a much harder time trying to make Teddy from Persona 4 compared to Morgana, but maybe down the line I'll come up with something that works. Next up is the Persona 5 Battle HUD minifigure stand. Now, Persona 5 is definitely one of, if not the most stylish JRPG I've ever played, and the Battle HUD is absolutely iconic. I'm happy with how my Joker minifigure came out, but I felt that he needed something a little extra to display him with. I was actually working on a different LEGO game project when I thought to make this one, so hopefully I'll have another cool display piece to show you in the future. But for now, let's focus on building this one. The base plate isn't completely necessary for the design, but I'm showing how I made mine since the spacing is kind of specific to place the HUD itself and where you'll want to display your Phantom Thief minifigure of choice. This was a really fun piece to design since Legos to me are always associated with being square-shaped and not very flexible. I tried to make this design as detailed as possible while also keeping it minifigure scale. I'm proud of being able to have these unique angles that are pretty accurate to how the HUD looks in game. I originally wanted to have the white 1x1 tiles to be longer, something around 1x2, so they could maybe have the text decals on them, but it didn't keep the display compact enough for the minifigure. A cool and easy alternate design for this display is to swap out the red pieces with yellow or blue to mimic how the HUD looks after a baton pass to a party member is taking place. Minifigures have always been my favorite Legos to design, and making a display like this to complement it has been very fun. I definitely encourage anyone who makes their own minifigs to come up with a small stand or display to complement them. It doesn't even have to be based off a game or anything. But that about wraps up everything I wanted to talk about with these two builds. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Until next time, happy building and have a great day.